for the College Depot Grit workshop. My name is Robert Olmos. I'm one of the full-time advisors. Victor is also going to be co-hosting with me. He's with AmeriCorps, so he works with us as well. We both see students on a regular basis, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the GRID program later on. There's going to be a video. Towards the end, there's going to be time for questions. Okay, you could do it in the chat. So we're going to go to the first slide. Yeah, let's go to the second slide. So let me tell you a little bit about College Depot. We've been around since 2009. We're in the Phoenix Public Library, central just south of McDowell. As you guys know, it's closed at this point, but it's a free college access center. It's open to anybody, whether you live in Phoenix or outside the boundaries. So these are the things that we do. We help students with college applications, financial aid and FAFSA applications, scholarship searching, created college plan. Sometimes we meet with, we meet with a lot of seniors, but sometimes we meet with juniors and sophomores. So just kind of let them know kind of what they need to get prepared for. And we do other things. We help students get their GEDs, apprenticeship opportunities. So there's a wealth of information that we provide. We also have a computer lab as well. So it's open to anybody that comes to our center as long as related to college. So let me let these individuals in. Okay, great. Then, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, great. So great. Ladies and gentlemen, GRIT is Graduating Ready, Independent, and Tenacious. So this is a program that College Depot is started for this school year with the class of 21. So this is a new program that we are doing. It is primarily serving the first generation college-bound high school seniors. They have an assigned advisor that will provide direct virtual support. We will be helping creating individualized senior plans and assisting them with steps in senior plan as well. So that includes college planning, that includes FAFSA help, that includes scholarships, helping them search for scholarships, and from there any other steps that the senior students need to take or probably want to take, and we'll try to help support them in that route that they want to take as they transition from high school into college.
Cool. And then why GRIT? So I'm going to explain a little bit about what GRIT is. Students should be supported to successfully complete the steps to attend a higher education in this institution. As you can see right there in their picture, that's one of our other computer labs. And Emily, which was a former AmeriCorps member, she was doing a workshop on how to search for scholarships, where to locate them, how to fill out the applications. So that's that picture. And then also, it says more about GRIT. Career and college readiness may be broadly defined as being prepared in the key learning skills necessary to succeed in entry-level general education courses in college, and possessing the content knowledge and key learning skills and techniques sufficient to begin studies in a career pathway. So this is a national study. Later on in the presentation, we're going to watch a video that explain more about GRIT. I'll tell you a little bit more about GRIT. It's much more than just talent. It's the other intangibles. For example, being passionate, being resilient, being an advocate for themselves. So we're going to teach students how to do all those things. So we're going to help guide them in this whole process. Okay. Yeah.
So how can we help? So understanding and navigating, like I said earlier, college applications is one of them. As the college applications are opening, we will help assist seniors on completing their college applications for the college that they plan to go to, or any other interest in college that they may have, help them apply to there. Financial aid, we will help them with FAFSA and college financial aid packaging. As FAFSA opens up on October 1st, right now, College Depot has been offering FSA ID labs, which we are helping seniors within the Phoenix Union District and also some seniors from other high school districts. We're helping those high school seniors create their FSA ID. So once October 1st comes, they are ready to apply for FAFSA. And then scholarship application reviews. So as they work also on FAFSA, we will also help them work on scholarships, whether it could be scholarships based from the college that they're going to, scholarships that we offer on our College Depot portal, or any other scholarships that they may have researched and are interested in applying, help them apply to those scholarships. Selecting a school, once the seniors have applied to their colleges and they are interested in going into that one specific school, help them select and help them do further steps that school is requesting from your students. And then students center the school to do items in orientation. So once again, sometimes the colleges or universities are asking other to do materials from the students, so we help them complete those to do items, and then we help them set up for orientation. And if they have anything else that they need to accomplish, whether it be something small or something big, we will help them as well to get it accomplished.
Cool. What we need from you, participation support. So it is actively engaging with advisors. Okay, that's by email, phone, or Teams. So whichever is most appropriate for the student. Student must complete admissions and financial aid steps that lead to college enrollment. So if we get support from the parents, from College Depot, from the school, then the student's going to be well connected and they'll be more engaged, which means they're going to more than likely complete all their college steps in a timely fashion. That's what we want. We're there to support them as well, to guide them on this process and stuff like that. And then they could always ask us questions. I don't understand about this topic. Can you explain it more? Yes, we can. More about what is financial aid, how to search for scholarships. So that's kind of, all that is a part about the support network that they're going to be receiving, and from you, from parents, and from ourselves.
Cool. So meet the team. So your students will be assigned a grid advisor. The students will be contacted by either this past week or later on the following week. They'll receive an email from their advisor letting them know that the GRID program has launched and that we are trying to make one-on-one appointments with the student in order to initiate that mentorship within a mentor and student. On our far left, top far left, we have Diana. She is and Robert, you could help me out as well if I do if I mispronounce or if I'm not giving right information about them.
Oh.
So would you like to do Diana? I don't want to mess hers up.
Oh yes, Diana Matier. She's been with us for a number of years. She's fantastic. She's our financial aid expert. So whenever we have questions, we go to her. Sometimes we're not 100% sure, so we go to her, and then she gives us that response, which is fantastic for her to be on our team. She has about 30 years of financial aid experience working with colleges and universities in the past. Also, Chris Seidel, he's our assistant director. That's the third person is yours truly. That's me. And then Victor is right next to myself. Abby, the one by the bridge, I believe the San Francisco bridge. And then Bianca, she's a college student, but she worked with AmeriCorps. So she's attending ASU. She's fantastic. She's the one that came up with this idea of why don't we offer the GRIT program to students, which is amazing. And then of course Megan, she works with us too. She's a library assistant. So and then we'll have other ones coming on board as well, where they're going to have other advisors that be working with students as well.
Perfect.
And this is the GRIT process. So assign advisors to contact students by email or phone. I believe each one of us has already done that. set up initial appointment. The initial appointment is between 30 and 45 minutes just to get to know a little bit more about the student, connect with them, see what they want to, what colleges they're interested in, just getting to know them better. And then the week of the 21st of September, that's where we discuss about goals, what has been done already, create a senior plan just for that student. Stay in contact by phone, email. We're going to be doing a lot of check-ins just to make sure they're on track of doing these. Also, if they want another follow-up appointment, we could actually do that as well. Of course, it's going to be all virtually as well. So we're going to help them complete all these different tasks, these things they need to be doing in a timely fashion. So that way they'll be on track. Um, they'll be on track to enter the college of their choice. And also, we're going to watch a video in a little bit. This kind of coincides with what we're talking about. I've done tours of different colleges in the past, and there was a poster that I've seen which was pretty interesting to me. Again, it connects with grit. It says 10 things require zero talent. Being on time, work ethic, effort, body language, energy, attitude, passion, being coachable, doing extra, being prepared. So if the students do all these 10 things, they're going to be successful in no matter what profession that they go to, for the most part. So we're going to help them to do all these things so that way they could be, being prepared for life in general. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert. And then programmings that are coming soon. Like I said earlier, in October, FAFSA is opening up. And as us, the advisors, are contacting your students, the seniors, we also want to let the parents know, and of course the seniors know, that we, as college people, we are offering FAFSA labs. So these FAFSA labs will be free virtual assistance on completing the FAFSA, and these will be every Saturday in October. We have our dates from October, dates with specific time, with specific 1 hour frame. So October 3rd from 10 to 11, October 10th, 1 from till 2, October 17th, 10 to 11, October 24th, 10 to 11, and then on October 31st, 2 to 3. And you could register at that link that we have there. Robert, is there a link that we could probably post on the chat, or is the link not available yet?
I don't think it's available just yet, but we could double check with that.
All right. And also, as the advisors, we will be sending these links to this FAFSA Lab link to your students if they are interested in completing their FAFSA with us during these lab hours. And also, we have the virtual Phoenix Union High School District is doing FAFSA workshops, which is every weekday in October from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And they would just have to go to the link that's provided there, which will be facilitated by people from ASU. Is that correct, Robert?
Yes, and also there's that link, register at tiny.cc/C, and events. That's where they register. So yeah, we could send them that link, or they could copy that link.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Either.
Awesome. So next, we are going to share the grid video that we were talking about earlier.
By Angela Duckworth. Angela's a psychologist at the University of Pennsylvania, and she's obsessed with finding out the answer to the question, who's successful and why? She's conducted studies involving national spelling bee champions, elite military training graduates, and top corporate salespeople to determine what was the biggest predictor of their success. She wondered, was it talent or was it effort? Now, our society would have us believe that it would be talent. We have the tendency to marvel at natural talent and overlook the importance of effort. Surveys show that we commend people who put in the effort, but we don't actually believe it can compete with natural talent. We often discount our own abilities when going up against people who have a higher IQ or appear more naturally gifted. But Angela has found the following to be true in study after study. Where talent counts once, effort counts twice. Angela explains this using a simple formula. Talent times effort equals skill, and skill times effort equals achievement. When you apply effort to any base level talent, you get skill. When you apply effort to skill, you get achievement. The science shows that grit, the sustained application of effort towards a long-term goal, is the biggest predictor of lifelong achievement. For some, it's an inconvenient truth. Certain people like to see natural talent and use it as an excuse as to why they would never achieve what those people can, and don't even bother trying in the first place. But for others, it can be liberating, knowing that they're not doomed to mediocrity due to a lack of talent. If they put in the effort, they can achieve great things. Sure, there are some limitations. All of us can't make the NBA. We're not all 6'9". But you could become one of the best players in your local basketball league. By remembering that talent counts once, effort counts twice, we can be hopeful that we can one day become more than we think we can, that we can achieve great things despite not winning the talent lottery. But being gritty is hard. Resisting endless temptations to quit or experiencing failure is extremely difficult to deal with. But Angela says we all have the ability to grow our grit if we direct our focus in 4 specific ways. First, develop a fascination with what you're trying to do. Second, strive to improve each day. Third, remind yourself of the greater purpose. And fourth, adopt a growth mindset. Charles Darwin admitted to not having great quickness of apprehension. To discover the mysteries of natural science without possessing supernatural intelligence, Darwin developed an obsessive fascination and was said to keep questions alive in the back of his mind, questions that related to what he was observing, that drove him to discover the connection between all living things. His deep interest in the natural sciences and constant questioning led him to the breakthrough that we now know as the theory of evolution. So what questions are most intriguing to you? Find the questions that fascinate you, and you'll find the capacity to stay gritty while trying to achieve something great. Next, aim to improve yourself every single day. Compete with who you were yesterday. Olympic gold medal swimmer Rowdy Gaines once said, at every practice, I would try to beat myself. If my coach gave me 10 100-meter swims one day and asked me to hold it to 1 minute and 15 seconds, the next day, he would give me 10 100-meter swims, and I would try to hold it to 1 minute and 14 seconds. Angela says that the refrain of all paragons of grit is that whatever it takes, I want to improve. It doesn't matter how excellent they already are. So how can you carve out time each day to push your abilities and seek constant and never-ending improvement? The third way to grow our grit is to remind ourselves of the greater purpose. Angela conducted a survey of 16,000 adult Americans to determine what was a bigger contributor of grit, obtaining a feeling of pleasure or feeling a greater sense of purpose. She found that people on the upper half of her grit scale experienced a similar level of pleasure in what they were doing, but she found that higher levels of purpose directly correlated to higher levels of grit. Angela says, the most gritty people see their ultimate aims as deeply connected to the world beyond themselves. You could be a bricklayer simply laying the bricks for a cathedral, or you could be a bricklayer building the house of God. It's largely up to you to determine what purpose or greater meaning your work has. Whatever you come up with has the capacity to raise your level of grit. The last way to grow your grit is to develop a growth mindset. Bill McNabb, the past CEO of Vanguard, the world's largest provider of mutual funds, interviewed leaders within the organization to see who were successful and who weren't. He found that long-term success was dependent on a core belief. Those who believe that I can't learn anymore, I am what I am, this is how I do things, routinely fail to move up to a senior level. To be gritty, you need to scrap the theory that your abilities are fixed, because it's simply not true. Neuroscience has shown that we have an enormous capacity to change our brains and learn new skills as we get older. The brain is plastic, and you can mold it through sustained effort and experience. Reflect on a time when you started something new, that you were scared you couldn't learn, but you actually did. Use the memory of that experience to disrupt any beliefs that your abilities are fixed. In the end, Angela says that learning to stick to something is a life skill that we can all develop. By remembering that the science shows that grit matters more than talent, and that we all have the capacity to grow our grit, we can develop the confidence to start taking action despite how untalented we think we are. That was the core message that I gathered from Angela's book. She has much more material to help you understand the science of achievement. I highly recommend it. If you would like a one-page PDF summary of the insights that I gathered from Angela's book, just click the link below and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the free Productivity Game newsletter, this PDF is already in your inbox. Thank you for watching.
Free identity theft monitoring.
Now it's time for questions. That's where this is where we're located at, on the second floor of the Burton Bar Library. We're usually open Monday through Saturday. Certain days we're open till 7. Sundays we're closed, and major holidays. So once we're back up and running, those are, unless they change the hours, that's pretty much the hours were before. So now it's opening up to questions. You could tap it in the chat if you have any questions for the team or about the program. Or anything that comes to mind. And that phone number, it's a live phone number, so which means somebody's going to answer it if you have any questions about anything. So really check out our website. It has a plethora of great information about scholarships, how to study for the SAT, ACT exams, figuring out a career assessment for the student or for the parent. So there's a lot of great information on their scholarships as well. So yeah, there's, like I said, a plethora of great information on our website. So it's another great resource. So we'll be here for a few more minutes if you guys have any questions. So a few more minutes.
I just want to say thank you for doing this for the kids. That's awesome. And it's really good information. So thank you for what you're doing.
No, and we want to thank you as the parents as well, because it's, it helps us too to get them, help them with their steps. If you're giving the support and then we give the support, they're going to gain that confidence and they're going to complete their steps in a timely manner. So we want to thank the parents as well, the community as well. It takes a village to help all these students. So we all want to be college bound, and so that way they could graduate and get their careers going and everything else. So
Definitely.
thanks to each one of you.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
So Robert, we have a question.
Yes.
Someone saying that their daughter, their SAT and SAT has been canceled 5 times due to COVID. So they are worried about how that will affect their chances for scholarships.
Yeah, it is determined by, a lot of scholarships, they want to, well, some schools, well, a lot of schools, they go by those test scores. So depending on the school, well, it's not your fault because everything that happened. So they might be a little bit more lax to colleges this year because there's been a lot of uncertainty. and stuff like that. But I think there's going to be other opportunities to take those exams and things of that nature. So we're still early in the process. So hopefully there'll be more opportunities for that student to take those exams. So hopefully that answers your question. If not, you guys could send either myself or Victor an email. If you have any other further questions, something like kind of specific, and we could answer those questions as well. Or you could call our main number as well, 602-261-8847 if you have any other questions.
The parent that had the question about the test scores and merit scholarships, we were on a call with the college board not too long ago, and there's a list of schools. There's like 1,300 schools that are test optional right now. So there's a ton of schools. You just have to go on the college board. I can't remember the exact name of the website, but there's a list of them, and many schools, like well-known schools, are test optional because of everything that's happened through 2021. So
okay. Well, thanks for that information to share to our parents and students. Make them feel at ease. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're done here. Chris,
there's a few questions, Robert. Sorry.
Sure.
So Paola was asking where can they find the 10 things for success that we mentioned, and also along as the PDF file that was mentioned in the video.
Okay. Yes, that's something that I've seen. I took a picture of it when I was taking tours of different college universities, and I seen that it was like on a poster. So I took a picture of it. I wrote all this stuff down. So I don't know if you can Google this 10 things that require zero talent, but we could send it to you. There's 10 things. So we could type something up and send it to you if that's okay. And then the PDF, we could send you the video too if you like. I know she has a book as well, Angela, the author. So I believe they have a website too. Do they have a website, Victor? Angela, the author?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think what we could do with Paola, if you would like to leave like your email in the chat, we could send you the 10 things of for success that Robert mentioned, and he could email it to you. And along with the video, once the video ends, there's like a little pop-up link that you could download the PDF file. And I'm not sure if Chris added the link onto there right now on the chat. So if he did, you'll probably are able to get the PDF from there.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Victor.
And then we have another question saying, while filing out the FAFSA virtually, can we call for help? Yes, again, we are here at College Depot. We are here to help you out with your FAFSA as well. So if you run into any issues and you want a one-on-one appointment with us, we just give us a call. Like Robert said, someone will answer you and will help you make an appointment with one of the advisors. If you or your student are the student, or your student or yourself the student are in the GRID program, you probably will ask your advisor if they could make an appointment with you to help you out with FAFSA, and we're able to do that as well.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you very much for all this information.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for participating and helping us on the cause.
Okay, and goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, Paola. We are here to help out we are here to help out your students. We're here to help out the parents as well. We are here to provide that help and that resource that sometimes students may not have, but with the grid program that we're offering, we are a huge resource right now at the moment during these tough times.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Robert, would you like to write down the emails, or do you want me to write them down for you?
Yeah, if you could write them down for me.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them, right? P Moore,
Yeah.
at AOL.com. And I could send that to her. I could just write something up real quick and send it to her because. Is that the only one?
And there's another one as well.
Okay.
So I'll
Oh.
write both of them.
The Reach Jensen, that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're both requesting similar information?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Perfect. Are there any other questions? Victor, on the chat line?
No.
Okay. Cool. Well, I think this is, I believe this is the end of the session. So like I said before, you could call the main number and advisor will be working with the students to complete all their tasks in a timely manner. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. And we'll be having more workshops in the near future. Okay, thank you.